Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you have the right to address the court before your sentence. You can say anything you want. Is there anything you want to say at this time?
Can I stand up?
You can do whatever you like.
Cool beans. Well, I just want to say how you doing today. If you still allow me to go home
Anything
today,
you want to say?
you for 100% would never ever see my face again. I set a goal in mind, and I came to the conclusion that I want to make 100,000 this year.
A warrant doesn't do anything.
Can I finish talking, please?
No.
Excuse me?
Can I finish talking, please?
Relax.
No, you've had enough. I let you talk earlier. You had a chance to speak. It's my turn now. And you better stop that grinning.
I can't.
You come in here with a smile on your face acting like we're buddy-buddy. That's not the case.
Okay, sir.
25 CR 1091, State of Ohio versus Joshua L. Smith. Present in court is a defendant who's accompanied by his attorney, Mr. Chad Mulkey. We were previously here on November 17th, 2025. At that time, the defendant withdrew his previously entered plea of not guilty and entered a plea of guilty to count 1, possession of marijuana, a felony of the 5th degree, with an attached forfeiture specification. Is ready to proceed with sentencing, and the state would move to dismiss the remaining counts of the indictment at this time. Thank you. I apologize, and there are 29 days of jail time credit.
Thank you. Smokey, any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
I do, Your Honor, and also his mother, Delisa Harris, is here and would like to address the court when appropriate, and I believe my client would also like to do so as well.
Well, we could hear from his mother at this time. Ma'am, wherever you are, you can stand right where it is that you're seated. State your full name and spell your last name for the court reporter, please, and then say whatever you'd like me to know.
I'm here today to support Joshua, as we know. Truthfully, I've never been separated from any of my kids. There's been some things I've been going through health-wise. I may not look like it, but very unhealthy, which he comes into play to help do a lot of stuff with his siblings, and I grocery shopping, paying bills for me, running errands whenever I'm not able to be mobile because I have spinal issues that keeps me from walking a lot of times. I just want to say we don't have his father. His father passed away in 2021, so he's been kind of the guideline for his 4 brothers that he has at home. And without that, it's kind of putting me in a tight spot. I know he shouldn't be here, and I know he did some things that he shouldn't have done, but he's not a bad person. His character is not bad. He's a very well-rounded young man, and somebody I know who will go far, who's willing to actually work a job. And I'm just asking that he be able to come home because I need him. You may fault him for his wrongdoing, yes, but I do need him. We need him. And I do whatever it takes to keep him from coming back here. I don't raise him like that. I know they all make mistakes, but they got one mistake with me. And this the first and the last. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Smokey?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, he is 20 years old. He has his whole life ahead of him. He's not off to a very good start with the judicial system, but he'd like to, I think, put himself in a better light, steer the ship on a straight course, lead a law-abiding life. As you heard from his mother, he wants to help take care of his family. He was working at Amazon. He'd like to try to get that job back when available, or if not, find a suitable alternative. It looks like there is some marijuana use here. He may need some counseling for that. I think he understands that now. He started at a young age, and this is a marijuana-related charge. It hasn't progressed to any heavier drugs, such as meth or cocaine or anything like that. So I think this is a wake-up call to Josh to turn things around, and he'd like to give the court an opportunity to show that he can do that on probation. I know he does live in Cleveland with his mother and his siblings. He'd like to see in the future at some point, if possible, about transferring his probation to Cleveland. But he knows he needs to
Why would I do that? You committed the crime in Lake County.
It's certainly up to the court. It would just make he doesn't have a valid license, so it might be a little bit more difficult for him to get here. So just wanted to bring that to the court for the court's consideration. Certainly, of course, defer to the court on where he has to be supervised, Your Honor. But I just wanted to mention that might make things a little bit easier to get to and from his probation appointments. He
Make probation
absolutely,
easier, that's why he wants to do it, but, go ahead. Have I ever done that? I mean,
transfer supervision?
to Cuyahoga County?
Well, not very often, Judge.
Not. Just stop right there.
Not.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. He absolutely knows, and if it wasn't in any way clear to him before, to not use marijuana, not be associated with marijuana, not be around marijuana, or if there are any friends or family who are doing it, to not have it in his vehicle, be traveling with them, or be anywhere near it, Your Honor. And again, at 20, I think while he's still developing his life and coping skills, this is certainly a wake-up call. I'm sure he's going to bear the wrath of his mother regarding this, and the one chance that she gives him. So I'd ask the court to take all of that into consideration when imposing sentence today. We'd be asking the court for community control. He does have 29 days of credit. We'd ask for no additional jail to be imposed at this time, and I believe my client would like to address the court as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you have the right to address the court before your sentence. You can say anything you want. Is there anything you want to say at this time?
Could I stand up?
You can do whatever you like.
Cool beans. Well, I just want to say how you doing today.
Anything you want to say?
To be honest, sitting inside of the jail, for these last 29 days kind of, brought me to the conclusion that that's not something that I would want to do again. You know what I'm saying? And it also, initially brought me a little closer to God. And I've been doing a lot of praying lately. And I got a lot of faith in, the understanding of what's going on. And I feel like if you was to allow me to go home today, they would 100% would never ever see my face again. I set a goal in mind, and I came to the conclusion that I want to make $100,000 this year. And me being locked up inside of a cell, or just dealing with having a law on my back, wouldn't be able to help me make that $100,000.
How you plan on making $100,000?
Well, I'm a brick mason, sir.
Huh?
I'm a brick mason, sir.
Okay.
And I plan on starting a business with doing the bricklaying. And then I also have another business where I can go door to door and sell, insurance and, home security and other things of the sort. So I just plan on getting my life together and working towards making that $100,000. I want to balance myself.
What do you do for Amazon?
I work inside of the fulfillment center. I just pack up people packages and send them out.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I'm 20. I turned 21 in a couple months. You know what I'm saying? That opens a lot of opportunities for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I wasn't able to do beforehand, or wasn't able to be beforehand, I will be allowed to do this year. And I just ask that with that in mind, just allow me to go home so I can, get my life together and fix what I gotta fix.
Thank you.
No problem.
Smokey, anything else?
Not at all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Malone?
Thank you, Your Honor. Based on the facts and circumstances of the case, the state does recommend the court impose a sentence of community control sanctions with local jail time and treatment. Thank you.
This court reviewed the pre-sentence report and investigation, the drug and alcohol evaluation, considered the facts and circumstances of the offense involved, the nature of the offense. All this is considered in light of purposes and principles of felony sentencing set forth in 29-29-11 of the revised code. As for the factors in 29-29-12, factors indicating the conduct is more or less serious. The court does note other relevant factors indicating it's more serious as the sheer volume of the marijuana involved. We're talking almost 2 pounds of marijuana that was found, which is much more than we normally see in these types of cases. Defendant has a drug abuse problem that relates to the offense, and he denies it. He doesn't want any treatment, doesn't believe he needs any treatment. He's been smoking marijuana daily for at least the last almost 3 years.
Can I speak on that?
Sure.
The reason why I say that I feel as if I don't need treatment is because in all reality, before I even got caught up with any of this, I was in the process to stop smoking anyway. Smoking, I don't believe.
Process is. I'll let you finish first. Go ahead.
I don't believe that weed is a drug that I would need any type of treatment for. If I got enough mental stability to tell myself to stop smoking, and I can stop smoking. Just as well as I told you last time I was in court when you said I wasn't supposed to be smoking on bond, and I told you I would 100% stop.
You didn't. You kept using it.
No.
Your levels went up when you went back to the probation department the next time. Yes, they did. Don't tell me they didn't.
No.
Your levels went up from when you were here the last time, and I told you what was going to happen if you continued smoking. You're not allowed to smoke. You went back there, and your levels were higher than they were the first time.
Okay, you say so, sir.
I say so.
You put a warrant out for my arrest 3 days after I told you that the weed was going to be inside of my business in general. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't really understand that, but
I put a warrant out for you. You weren't arrested 3 days later.
But again, though, like I was
a warrant doesn't do anything.
Can I finish talking, please?
Don't.
Excuse me?
Can I finish talking, please?
Relax.
No, you've had enough. I let you talk earlier. You had a chance to speak. It's my turn now. And you better stop that grinning.
I can't.
You come in here and with a smile on your face acting like we're buddy-buddy. That's not the case.
Okay, sir.
Boy, I don't think probation is going to work here. I was planning on giving him probation. It doesn't look like that's going to work. Defendant's been smoking marijuana daily since he's been 18. Legally not even old enough to drink a beer, and you're smoking marijuana daily since you've been 18. Doesn't believe he has any problem with that. It's a condition of his bond that he not smoke marijuana, but he smoked it anyway when he was here the last time. Says he didn't know he wasn't allowed to. There was a bond condition form he signed. So that's the same thing he said about the marijuana in the car. He didn't know the marijuana was in the car, yet there's 2 pounds of marijuana in the car. It's not like there's a little joint there. 2 pounds of marijuana in the car that he'd been driving. He just kept forgetting to take it out and he didn't know it was there. And then when he was here last time, he was told he can't smoke. And his levels went up. Now apparently he thinks I'm just making that up. No genuine remorse. Doesn't believe he should have been charged with this. Doesn't believe he should have been pulled over. Are you going to keep talking? I've given you 2 chances to speak.
I'm talking to myself, sir.
Well, be quiet.
Okay, sir.
Factors indicate recidivism is less likely. There are no juvenile delinquency adjudications. In order for me to put you on probation, or we call community control sanctions, I need to make a finding that you're amenable to community control sanctions, and that's where I'm really struggling. That you're going to follow rules, do what you're supposed to do, follow the conditions that are set by the court. Why don't you have a driver's license?
Say that again?
Why don't you have a driver's license?
Because I got to pay some court fees in order to...
Oh, that's right, there's a warrant out for you, isn't there? You didn't show up. Warrant out of Shaker Municipal Court and Bedford Municipal Court. And show up for court on October 7th of this year for driving under suspension.
I didn't even know I had court.
You didn't know you had court?
No, I didn't, sir.
A lot of lack of knowledge on your part with a lot of things here. Didn't know there was marijuana. Didn't know I couldn't smoke marijuana. Didn't know I had court. Well, I will give you one chance, Mr. Smith. Find you're amenable to community control sanction. If you test positive for marijuana, you're going to prison. So don't think of this as, oh, it's just some minor misdemeanor or whatever the case may be. You're going to prison if you smoke marijuana. You say you can stop it. You say you have the mental ability to do that. We'll find out. I hope you're right. I'd love for you to prove me wrong. They'll put you on community control sanctions for a period of 2 years. Or I'm not going to send you out without any treatment. I'm going to order that you serve 89 days in jail. You have credit for 29 days you've served. I'm going to order that you enter and successfully complete the jail treatment program, get the treatment that they offer there, successfully complete that program, follow their aftercare recommendations. After that, conditions of your bond, you're not to use any drugs or alcohol. That includes no marijuana use. You're to submit random urine screens. They have to be negative. Positive screens a violation. You can't tamper with the urine sample, bring in fake urine, bring in someone else's urine, nothing like that. You're going to prison if you do that. To attend 2 AA meetings a week and have a sponsor, obtain and maintain full-time employment. Immediately clear up these warrants when you get out. You can't be on probation having warrants out for you. And just so we're clear, so you can't say you don't know, there's one in Shaker Heights and one in Bedford Municipal Court. Shaker Heights Municipal Court, Bedford Municipal Court. Warrants in each of those communities. Once you get your driver's license back, pay your court costs and supervision fees. I also want you to do a mental health evaluation, follow whatever recommendations are for any type of counseling or treatment that could help you with issues that you may have, that you talked about and that you went through when you were younger. Whatever recommendations are made in that regard. Derek, anything else I should be thinking about here?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Smith, you understand the conditions of your probation?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for me?
No, sir.
I need to advise you, if you fail to comply with any of these conditions, any of the rules of probation, if you leave Ohio without permission from this court, or if you commit another crime while you're on probation, and I'm talking about from this day forward. So if there's issues with that DUS, that happened in the past, clear that up however you want to clear it up. It's not going to, if you wind up being found guilty or pleading guilty, that's not going to impact your probation. I'm talking about conduct from today forward. If anything like that should happen, motion to terminate your community control sanctions will be filed. If it's found that you violated, you could extend your probation up to 5 years. I can impose more restrictive sanctions against you, or I can terminate your probation and send you to prison. And if I sent you to prison, it will be 12 months in prison, which will be consecutive to any other sentence you may be serving at that time or that you may be getting sentenced to at that time. You understand that?
Understood.
All right. Similar, anything else for the record?
Just the balance of the indictment and forfeiture, Your Honor.
Balance of the indictment is dismissed as agreed upon. I'm going to order the forfeiture of the contraband and instrumentalities, and I'll release any bond if their bond was posted. We're not forfeiting bond. Mr. Mulkey, anything else?
No, Your Honor.